it's Rhea. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, I hope you are enjoying yourself. So to be honest, I'm a little bit art blocked. Actually a lot. Definitely a lot. I've been trying to fight through it and just draw stuff anyways, and it's not like it's all been terrible. Like, I've still been enjoying art when I can, but I don't really know how to explain it. It's like I've just been in a standstill, because there's just been like so many events happening here and there. I'm really hoping that things improve and that I can like find my footing again and get back into like a good groove, but that hasn't really been happening. So while my creative abilities are like under maintenance, I guess, I figured something that would be like kind of chill is instead of trying to force myself to like draw awkwardly on camera and then fail miserably in front of everybody, we could just look at old art and have a nice chill time. So that's kind of my plan for today. So I already got some tea. Please feel free to get yourself some refreshments if you haven't, because it'll probably be just a laid back chill video. So this is gonna be what we are going through today. You can probably hardly tell what's going on, but this is an old sketchbook that is obviously falling apart. And the last time I did a old sketchbook tour, I believe was like, it was years ago for sure, and I believe that sketchbook was from 2017 maybe? Either 2017 or like early 2018. And this sketchbook, so I started this in the fall of 2018 because I started taking a ceramics class. So even though my major in uni was sometimes it feels weird to say uni whenever I'm not like I'm American, so it feels weird to say uni as opposed to just college, but like uni sounds cooler or it sounds cuter. I don't know. Is it okay for me to say that? Is that appropriation? Thing is even though my major in college was in graphic design, like that's the concentration, because it was a Bachelor of Fine Arts, there were obviously a lot of art classes that I had to take, and a lot of them were mostly just like studio courses, so sculpture, ceramics, etc. And for all those classes, we usually had to have some kind of sketchbook to like map out our ideas and stuff like that. So that really enabled me to like buy even more sketchbooks than I already was, because I was like, well, I'm gonna use them because it's for class. Because I had a course to like help me fill out the sketchbook got filled out even sooner than like I probably would in this day and age, because I think half a year is like, I want to say that's my ideal standard for a sketchbook to like fill out, but current me, I don't know how I did that in the past, especially like during college when I'm like taking full-on courses and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's hard doing full-time anything and trying to upkeep with art, but like, I don't know, I must have been like super powered back then, because my gosh. For those of you who know, my last sketchbook took me 3 years to complete. So if I could get back to filling out a sketchbook in a half a year, good lord, I would be unstoppable. We should like, you know, set up the scene, make it a little nice to watch, aesthetically pleasing. I don't know. So I'm gonna add my little card captor Sakura photo card here. Kumpaito. I got these snacks from a Japanese confectionery store called Kei Minamoto, I believe. I stopped by whenever I was in New York for a very short period of time, but apparently they just had like a grand opening there, but they have like a whole website and everything. This is not sponsored by any means. I just love snacks. And speaking of my New York trip, the whole reason I was there was to see Fujikaze in concert. So this was like probably one of the only few merch items I was able to snag, but it's still everything because like they yassified him and turned him into stationery. This is what the people want. This is prime marketing. This is everything. We're like probably not even like 5 minutes in and I'm already tangenting. Okay, so now that we have everything set up, let's just go ahead and get into it. Well, I mean, as we can see, the first page is, the cover doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure this is one of those like Strathmore sketchbooks. It's either that or Canson, because those were really the only two that I was like using, I want to say, or the only ones I could find, because I would only go to Michael's for my sketchbooks. Oh god, what a dark time. First page, bust. I mean, and to be honest, this, like, because it's shared with my ceramics course, a lot of stuff in here is just like random and unnecessary, so I'm kind of gonna skim past it. I just don't feel like any of the ceramic stuff is really that interesting for you guys to see. It's just me drawing a bunch of cups and bowls for the first time. Another thing is whenever I do sketchbook tours, I have like a habit of rambling like a lot more than I need to, so like I feel bad about doing a flip through, but if it's not like super worth noting, then I'm probably gonna just do that. This, however, is actually a part of my final, I believe, for ceramics. I took ceramics for 2 years. The first year was just beginner ceramics, of course, and then I took advanced ceramics in 2020, and so you can imagine how that went, because that was right whenever COVID had the outbreak, and so I was so sad, and I'm never gonna get over it. But yeah, this looks like my teacher hyping me up on sort of what I planned out for my final. It was kind of supposed to be like this 3-tier like display. Like we had to make something that we could serve food in, basically, or like on or something like that. So yeah, that's kind of what I did. I'll probably put up some pictures if I can find them of what my final project looked like. It wasn't anything like amazing, but I do think it was kind of fun to like sketch out things and like see them come to life. Yeah, so there's that. Again, a bunch of like random bowls and stuff. Should I just like skip past all these? Because like what is going on? Also random stuff from my Roman art class, because that was a class that I took. Totally forgot, not gonna lie. I don't think any of this is like really that important. Sorry, I'm gonna just... Here we go. We're getting to the stuff we're here for. But at what cost? Because I don't know. Looking at older art, I'm just like, why have I done this? It's kind of endearing. Look, my little Sailor Moon drawing. And then over here, I believe these are... This looks like a sketch of Nico. This looks like I was briefly trying to draw Kofuku from Noragami because I love her. I do remember this drawing. I don't know why I went with like a blue and yellow color palette, but that was something that happened. Oh yeah, I remember like that's whenever I started to like really branch out with colorful inks. Just random stuff floating. Like what? Oh, cute! It's so interesting to see that I really have been using markers like for the longest time. That's just been that medium that I go to, and I'm pretty sure these were Copic markers because that's whenever I started slowly collecting them. Something about this reminds me of like the lawyer lies on bed while doing homework like a schoolgirl. I don't know. And this over here, again, just random doodles of people. Like I don't know what's going on. I mean, I get it because like I think I was just really trying to like improve, so, but I didn't really know how, so I was just like drawing stuff, you know what I mean? And then every now and then I'd spice it up with a little like portrait drawing. Also, this is very faint, so I don't know how well you can see like the pages where it's just pencil, but I guess this is supposed to be like a cityscape or something? I don't know. Sip of tea already, my throat, ugh. So this part, again, I was like, let me try to figure out anatomy. And again, this is the struggle of trying to learn stuff on your own. You kind of just are like floating in the water without fully knowing how to swim, and you're hanging on to like a floaty. Like, is this fine? Is this okay? I don't know. I think what I was doing was I was like, let me just try to practice drawing anatomy and see where I go from there. And I did. So I tried it for guys and I tried it for girls, and you can just see all my little like remarks that I've made. But I said, good job, stay practicing. So at least I was like encouraging to myself, you know what, that's good. And then this drawing, I already know this technically an OC. This is supposed to be my OC data, but after a while I was like, I think I should change up her look. I mean, obviously whenever I've drawn her even outside of this, she's already looked different, but I was thinking of changing like her hair color and all kinds of stuff. And also I don't think she would have like horns or anything. I was thinking she would be like more of just a regular girl, but like the leader of a band. I feel like, I don't know why, I just feel like I need to draw a band or something musical because it's just a part of my soul. All these drawings on the back, I believe, are based off of like Purity Ring songs, because Purity Ring is an artist that I really like. I think they're pretty freaking cool, and I'm still waiting for new music because I think that's the only thing that can save me at this point, not gonna lie. I think it's funny though that Purity Ring is like one of my favorite artists, because I don't know how many people know that. I think they probably just assume that I listen to like K-pop and stuff, but it's like, I don't know, my music is all over the place. So here is a bunch of, I guess, faces again. Am I practicing expressions? I don't even know. Like this is so, like, why was I just randomly drawing faces? Like, that's just it. Just faces floating. A head at most, but faces. Alright, this drawing of this girl crying, I guess? See, like, the bleed through is so funny, because I was like, I'm still gonna draw anyways. That's the funny part about, like, my past sketchbooks. I did not care about a bleed through, and I think I'm the same way still, except instead of me drawing over it with pencil, I will draw with, like, pen. That way it stands out against the bleed through more. But yeah, when I look closer, it looks like she's holding like a love letter or something, so maybe she got rejected. I don't know, but it'd be like that. Oh my gosh, I remember this bunny character. I really liked them. Oh my gosh. It's giving very Alice in Wonderland vibes, which makes sense because I am very much an avid fan of anything Alice in Wonderland related. Don't need more bunny girl OCs, right? But what if? What if? Okay, and then a random drawing of girl. Cool. Okay. Again, like, I just was so bare minimum. I was like, I'm gonna draw with just pencil, and I'm just gonna leave it. Like, whatever. I'm gonna keep going. And it's just, that's the whole page. There's no nothing else. No, just not. Who needs to, like, take up real estate? You know what I mean? Okay, and apparently this is from me trying to figure out what passcode I made on my phone, so I was trying out different combinations. And then this is like a let's brainstorm session. Sorry, I'm like, should I have zoomed in or something? I feel bad, because like this isn't really a high quality sketchbook, so like I can't really imagine any of this information being, this isn't even drawing, this is literally just writing. So back then, even more than now, I used my sketchbook a lot for like notes and stuff, and just kind of writing down my thoughts. So this was me writing about like anime and anime style and all of that, because I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. I don't think I fully intentionally started drawing in anime style. I think it was kind of like I had to take a moment to like pay attention to it and then decide like, oh, you know what? This is something that I would like to like try out or go for. So that's kind of what's happening here. Alright, so now that we introduced anime, I guess it's time to look at my anime drawings. So here we have, yeah. See, I already knew how bad it looked, so I was like, we're out here looking like a middle school sketchbook in college, which is not to say anything bad, because that's what art is like. You can start drawing at any point in time, and obviously I've improved a lot since then. So, you know, everybody has to start somewhere, and there's no shame in having it look bad. Just because you're older and draw like some people did whenever they were like 10 does not mean anything. Everybody goes at their own pace, and you just gotta be comfortable with that, which is a hard thing, but I feel like you really gotta practice like mindfulness as an artist. So the face curve, I drew a seifuku, and just like random accessories. This is so funny to me, like what is going on? Especially this face. Something about this gives me like Doki Doki Literature Club, Uncanny Valley energy, I don't know. And then over here, of course, these are just drawings of the girls from My Hero Academia, I believe. I think that's Jiro, that's Suyu, that's, what's her name? I used to be obsessed with her. Toga! Oh my gosh, Toga, Himiko. Toga, okay. So I drew Toga as well because, yeah, I really loved her character design, so I was just obsessed for her for a good period of time. And then, of course, at the bottom, these are just me trying out anime style and different, like, hairstyles and stuff, and I apparently really like that hairstyle, which I agree, it's very cute. And of course, boom, we have more anime going. Sorry, because this sketchbook is falling apart, it's really easy for me to just, like, pick up the pages and show stuff, as opposed to it making, like, sense to show it like a normal sketchbook. I don't know. And then over here is just a bunch of like nonsense. Again, I was really psyched to be using like colorful pens, and I get it, but I felt like I was really going crazy then. Like now I'm smart enough to know like I like maybe my favorite color, like purple or like a pink pen, but I don't normally usually use like orange or yellow or green too much. I usually stick to like regular colors. But yeah, again, more just like a bunch of random stuff, to be honest. I'm guessing these were like anatomy practices, but I'm assuming instead of me actually using real life people, I was using those like what do you call them? They're like, they look like templates almost or something off of Pinterest. So I was basically just drawing other people drawing like poses and stuff. And it's like, I guess it kind of worked, but it's not nearly as helpful as like studying actual people and going from there. Ooh. I don't even know how I'm gonna put this back together whenever I put this away, but whatever. And then over here, this was going back to my ceramics course again. So we had to like leave our sketchbooks open to like have a critique basically. And me being me, I put roast my art challenge and just kind of like let that speak for itself. One thing I miss about being in like a classroom setting is being able to have peers that can help encourage you, but also like critique you on things. Of course, it's like possible online and stuff like that, but I feel like it's easier whenever you're all learning stuff together as opposed to like someone just randomly coming up and saying, hey, I think you really need to work on your line work. I don't know, it's just not doing so well. There's some more comments on the back. And then I guess just noses and eyes and stuff. I always end up doing this where I feel like I need to go back to the basics of like what faces are and like how to build them, I guess. I've been thinking about doing that lately too, because I'm like, I need to like go back and revisit it. I don't know, I find it kind of therapeutic because it's like the foundations of character art and drawing people. So yeah, and then oh my gosh, is this where we get into Inktober? This might be either my first or second year doing like an Inktober whenever I got into this, because I remember like that challenge really helped me push myself to draw more, and also try out using fine liners and inks. So yeah, I was really hyped at the time. So over here, I'm pretty sure this is just a drawing of my character that I made in Aura Kingdom, which is like one of those MMO RPG games that you can play. It was like very anime styled, and my character was really cute. And then over here, I think this was like the final one that I did, like the final prompt, because it says outro, so this looks like some dark magics type thing going on, so not sure, but like love that for me. Did I make like a fake language too? Like what's going on? Again, another Inktober prompt. Not sure exactly what this was for, but what an intensity, you know? This is whenever I was like more casual with drawing edgy things. I kind of miss it, to be honest. Like, I feel like people think of my style as something really cute and wholesome, and it is, but I also kind of like the idea of drawing things that are like unhinged and unsettling. So we have bleed through that looks like actual blood. That's not funny, oh my gosh. But yeah, so there's a bunch of random drawings on this page, I guess. I have no idea what that face is. Like, girl, what? I found out why it looks like blood. It's because I basically did end up drawing a character drenched in blood. Not like, it's not like intense, but I guess trigger warning, you know, just in case. It's not like, I could see if it was like really intense, but I do understand if like that's not your thing though. So if it isn't, please feel free to skip this part. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. I think I was just kind of like obsessed with how characters look whenever they're like covered in blood. To be honest, not sure why. Again, like the because even here I was like, oh my gosh, I love the blood, yes, which is so funny because like normally it's always a funny thing for me to explain, but I am normally not a huge person for gore, like, at all. If it's, like, realistic. Like, if it's realistic gore, I'm like, oh, count me out. Not here for it. Like, I can look, but I'm gonna try my best to look away. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I survived Game of Thrones, but I did. But if it's 2D or something, like, if it's, like, in an anime, I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, I have no problem watching, like, Chainsaw Man or things like that because I don't know, I guess because it's 2D, I just don't feel as afflicted as opposed to like if it's realistic, I'm like, oh, that's my organs. Like, no. And then over here, again, I think both of these are like Inktober prompts, and I didn't care about using like inks all the way and like not adding color because who cares? Yeah, I don't know. I think this person's like soul is being sucked out, or maybe it's going in. I have no idea, but it's very colorful and interesting. So props to me, you know? I've been thinking this for a while, but okay. These are a bunch of like ab studies and stuff. I'm not gonna flip this upside down because I don't think it's worth it, but you guys get the gist, you know what I mean? And then over here we have sort of like, I don't know, is it like a skull? Is it like a girl kissing a skull? I did these random face markings in any way. If that's like offensive, I apologize so much. I think I was just kind of like doing shit and not really paying attention. I'm not sure who that would be copying exactly, but if that is in any culture, again, very sorry. Over here we have more random sketches? I don't know. And then of course like some stuff that I guess was in the sketchbook, but I just kind of folded it. This all seems like it's like ceramic stuff, so we're gonna ignore that. Here, this, oh my gosh, now this is where I can be excited. I absolutely adored this drawing because I don't even know how to explain it. It was just so cute to me. It was like, I don't know, I guess this is like the same girl. And she's like a ghost witch, I think. I think that's what's happening. I don't know, but I was like obsessed because of like the purple in the back and like the clouds and the little ghosties. I love drawing little ghosties. I love when other people draw little ghosties, like just randomly because they can, especially like around a character. I think it's so freaking cute. So yeah, and I think this was the second day, like the second day of Inktober, because that's why it has this 2 at the bottom. But yes, I don't know, something about this I was so obsessed with, and even now I just love it. I feel like I should redraw it, but oh, this is falling apart, like falling apart even more than everybody in the past 4 years, you know? Oh goodness, okay, so there's another Inktober type thing going on here, I think, and I don't know if this was an Inktober prompt or not. I kind of think it just happened. It looks like I tried some sort of like Zendangles thing almost. I don't know, but sure, what a vibe. And then over here, I think this was day 3 because I had the number 3. And I just drew like this bat vampire girl. Props to me for coloring this entire spread because that was not something that I did. It was kind of like pulling teeth just to get me to color anything, but let alone an entire page. I was not that girl. Ooh, okay, so I think over here I was practicing drawing guys, and then that's how I came to this, which this I believe was one of my favorite drawings for a long while. I don't even understand why. I mean, I do. It's kind of iconic. I love the blue and the yellow overlaps. The weird thing is like somehow, even though I didn't really know what I was doing with art, I kind of knew what I was doing with art, and like, I love that for myself, but I also wish I could do better, and that's just me being hard on myself. So sorry that I keep going off on tangents. It was just like this astrology boy or something. I should redraw this again and draw it as Mira because he's so astrology coded. Astronomy, sorry, not zodiac stuff. I'm guessing this was day 4 too, because this says 4 right here. So yes. Ugh, even now, I just, looking at this, I'm like, yeah, that's so me. Okay, oh my gosh, the complimentary Ari page, we made it! So, this is like an ongoing meme I've had with myself. Someone who's played League for like over 10 years now, I can tell you, I would always have like this Ari page in my sketchbook, at least at some point. I was like, I need to draw Ari, and so I did. And yeah, it's just so funny to like look back and see me draw her so much because I don't draw as much fan art as I used to because I'm like shy about like drawing characters poorly, but I have better art skills than I did in the past. It's like if I was starting here, I'm sure I could draw perfectly fine. So, I don't know. And I would love to draw League characters again. Because I don't really play it as much, it's kind of hard for me to like get into the vibe, even though like one of the main reasons why I still play the game at all is because of the characters that I've known all these years. And then over here we have Kofuku. Again, I love Kofuku so much, but this anatomy, what is going on? I don't know. Did I have a reference or was I just winging it? Either way, love that for me. She looks cute, and I am glad I colored her. And I think that was for Inktober again, but like day 5. Nice! This was probably like Pinterest studies. Like whenever I finally started to like, you know, do studies of them. I want to say it might be, hopefully, because that's what it looks like. And I also like this pin color. This, I remember I wanted to turn this into a sticker, and I still haven't done that. I probably should, because I do really like this one too. This was Inktober, one of the prompts, I don't know. I'm probably gonna give up on counting the days, but I just really loved it. I don't know, something about the weird critters giving like this weird possessive vibe. I don't know. I don't know how to explain the things that I like. I feel like it's just like creepy cute, and that's just so me. Okay, I'm back. I have refreshed my tea. Let me try out the Simbe, because honestly, I've never had one before. Matcha flavored? Oh my gosh. That's literally so good for no reason. Oh my gosh. Oh my, I should show you guys the little Usagi bean paste sort of like sweets that I got. They're so cute. Hold on. They came like, this is not sponsored, guys, I swear. It's literally just my ADHD, probably. If you don't know me, I absolutely love sweets. I love snacks. Sweet snacks, it's just a great time. But when I found out that like the little, you see this little bunny that's in here? Do you see how freaking cute that is? I'm gonna yeet myself into the sun. Order from them online, but apparently the shipping would be like $32 to get here. So I don't know if that's worth it. Wait, I've sipped and crunched and munched, so now it's time to get to the rest of what's going on here. As you can see, these are really just like sketches for, I don't know, a random character, and then over here is, I guess, day 7 of the Inktober prompt. And the concept for this character was, I think, like a headless, kind of like, you know how there's like the headless horseman type thing? That's kind of what's going on here. If you see the pumpkin-headed girl dancing at night, you better run. Something like that. It's something ominous, because she did dirty and she's back to take revenge, rightfully. You know what I mean? And like, I get it. That's a vibe. I do think it's funny that I put her in like such a cute little costume though. But yeah, she's like dancing. That's why this is like a little nib. I don't know. I probably didn't convey that very well though. I think this says, fun fact, I've probably drawn couples under 10 times throughout my entire art career, so... And so I was like, let me draw people together, which is so funny because I just recently started trying to do that again. With all the ships that I have, you would think that I would have practiced drawing more, but like, I really just don't. I don't know. Also, I must have been using a ballpoint pen that like drops off a lot of ink because goodness. And then over here, I think within the Inktober prompts, I would often have like a free space or like a fan art Fridays type thing going on, because like I knew I didn't draw fan art and that I should force myself to draw more, so I did that. And so this is Homura from Madoka Magica, because I love that anime and franchise. And then over here I think it's funny because in the corner I wrote, "You better finish this," and I most definitely did not. But I think these were drawings of Hobie whenever I was watching a V Live long ago. Oh, sorry, Hope, like, as in J-Hope from BTS. It feels so weird saying, like, their proper names, because, like, I don't know. After a while, I'm just like, that's Hobie. There's Hobie, there's Hosok. You know, it just depends on what's going on. But yeah, my little Hobie drawings. And then over here, another Inktober prompt. Very ominous. Again, I was pretty, like, poppin' with, like, the storytelling and, like, the concepts. That's one thing that I really freaking miss about, like, my earlier art, is that I felt like, I don't know, back then maybe I just had more time to think about stuff and just play around. I also wasn't really going too out of my way to, like, post stuff online too, so I wonder, it's almost like being a social media person as an artist is, like, detrimental to your enjoyment to art. I don't know, maybe that's just, I mean, yeah, so this character ended up becoming cursed with a bunch of eyes on their body, I think. Because I think, like, they wanted eyesight because they were blind. But something happened with a witch, and either they tried to, like, get one over on the witch and, like, trick the witch, and the witch snapped back, or the witch was just like evil and was like, I'm gonna do this to you anyways. You know, I don't really remember. Then over here, there's a butt. There's no buttons that we're seeing on anybody's chest, right? So it's fine. Everything's fine. But a bunch of random drawing of people and I guess anatomy and stuff. And then over here, I think this prompt was goblet because that would make sense because I drew a goblet. And then over here, yeah, I again, hi, I hate side profiles. What's new? But I still have to practice drawing them so I can stop hating them. But that said, yeah, that's this entire spread basically. And oh my gosh! So this is, I believe, KDA I drew her very questionably, but you know, props to me. You know, I colored it. Love that for me. Did I do this with, like, watercolor or something? I think I did. All this like random stuff has to be watercolor because I remember I had like that old crusty like most basic, not even like kid grade level. Like it was just so, it was like those watercolors that come in like that little like the circles. I don't know how to explain it, but they were just not, ooh, they were not it. I think it was like the Artist Loft brand, again, from Michaels, so, you know, no offense, but yeah, Katie Ari, how cute. Is it bad that I like, Paranoia from Heartsteel a lot more than I like Pop Stars? I hate Pop Stars, I'm sorry. It has always been a meme to me, and I feel so bad. But the skin's cute. And over here, I drew a lot in purple, it seems. A lot of just random drawings and stuff. Love that for me, I guess. Yeah, so there's that, and then this was another prompt, I think day 11, for spiders. I'm not gonna pull this one up close because it's basically this girl like covered in a bunch of spiders, which I'm assuming you guys don't want to see, so we're just gonna skip past it, but you know, again, conceptually a fun time. And then over here, again, just a bunch of like random drawings. We got people kissing. Who was I? Also, I'm so sorry that it keeps like messing up the focus when I like change my hands. I have a whole bunch of like silly nonsense going on, and that's basically what my sketchbooks were back then. So, and then on this side, I did I guess like a scenery, which, like, seriously, what was with past me? She was doing so much more than I currently am right now. That's so embarrassing. I was trying out so many new things. That's so nice of me. Like, I can't tell you when the last time I, like, actively tried to draw a scenery has been. It's nice, you know? I mean, like, there's, like, this giant clearing, and I don't know how to really draw trees, but the vibe was there, you know what I mean? So props to me. Okay, and of course all that bleed through on the back, and I just did some drawings here in pencil. This was day 13 of Inktober, which I believe the prompt was nails, hence why, like, you know. So we have a whole page of a bunch of drawings. Again, I guess that was like my favorite thing to do or something. But I mean, hey, it's good because I'm filling the page and I'm getting like my practice in, so that's good. And then here looks like one of my earlier drawings of my OC Lilith, before I like fully crafted her as a OC. I say that, but I still might change stuff about how she looks, but more or less you can tell it's her whenever there's like tan skin and like the blonde hair with like vampire-esque aesthetic. You know that's likely gonna be Lilith. Here we go. Apparently I was drawing with a sushi pen that was really cute. I was drawing a bunch of girls because of course. I actually really like this spread. This is so cute. And I guess I was just really happy about using only pen too, which is something that I even now struggle with. I was kind of thinking about doing videos where I draw with only pen again because that might be nice. Just, I don't know, I guess I was like trying out some new pens that I got, and then there was like this drawing down here. I think this is a really cute drawing actually. I don't know who this character is, but like slay, you know? So here's another Inktober prompt in which I drew Madoka, since I guess I drew Homura before, now I'm drawing Madoka, but and then over here, oh, I actually really like this drawing. It was like this little like scythe character, and I thought their like hood was really coolly designed and stuff. I don't know, I just, something about it. I was like, okay, you know, fun, nice. And then we have another spread of like full on ink. I think what I was doing was like, I wanted to fill out like one full page of like one color of ink where it's just a bunch of doodles like multiple times, because we saw earlier with like a purple spread, a blue spread. So yeah, this is like, there's definitely a theme going on here. And over here, I guess my prompt must have been like monster or something, because this clearly looks very monstrous. Yeah, it's just very disturbing and weird. Like, why is it oozing? Okay, I'm just gonna go to the next page. And then of course the red page. Yay! And yeah, so I just did a bunch of drawings with a red pen. And sorry, I don't know if like it's worth turning them to the side for you guys to see. I don't think it's that interesting again, but this is a sketchbook tour, so maybe I should do it properly. But this is also kind of soon to be over with how many pages I have left. So this drawing was, I believe, for a prompt about tattoos or something, and I was thinking about like what if your tattoos would give you like a form of magic or something. I don't know, but it's really fun. Fun concept, cute, cool, nice. Okay. Where did my scissors go, dude? Like, I'm out here fighting for my life. I'm sorry, I know I like just took a snack break, but I need another one. Oh my god, it's so good. You know, not to jinx anything, but I am surprised that I haven't like accidentally spilled my tea all over this desk yet. Let's take that as a good thing. Moving on, this page. Again, just drawing a bunch of people and trying to get better and just enjoying stuff. I like that this spread has two different colors on it. I've always enjoyed doing that, and I kind of want to do it more. Especially these two. Kind of gives like this 3D type feel to it. And then over here, this cute little magician girl, or mage, I don't know. Oh yeah, because it says, spells do not use for world domination. And it's kind of feeling a little bit like Pandora's box here with how stuff is just flying out all around her. But hopefully she's fine. Also, this really is a cute style. Again, we should be inching towards the end, so hopefully this hasn't taken too long. This is just a bunch of random drawings again. I'm so sorry. Is like any of this even interesting? Like, it's just literally just a bunch of doodles. Because I was like, I need to draw, but like, I don't know what. Like, this feels like what my current throwaway sketchbooks look like when I'm just trying to like draw stuff, but I don't really worry about how it looks. Which kind of just goes to show like that's what sketchbooks are supposed to look like. Like, this is probably very normal. It's just, again, as I got older and as I started posting to social media, I'm a lot more picky with how things look. More random stuff, and I guess this pen was smearing literally everywhere, so that's cool. Also, I don't know why I put apple juice here, but yeah. And over here, KDA Akali, I guess. Yeah, and then over here, I guess just probably another Inktober prompt. It has like the whole light reflecting thingy because I used some metallic ink. Oh, look at that. I drew a wolf for probably the first time in years. I'm kidding. The thing is like when I first started drawing, I would draw dogs a lot. But nowadays, I cannot draw them the same in my life, so I think that's really funny. And then over here, I really freaking loved this. Really cool, like, ink drawing with a bunch of, like, hatching practice. The only thing is I realized later on that thumb is going over the knife whenever it should be, like, behind it, technically. And so I was like, okay, well... But it's kind of cool because it's like a little shark knife. I don't know. Really interesting. But a fun time. I think that's really cool is how I like took up a majority of this page. In my other video I recently said how like it's not common for me to like do that kind of thing these days, and I want to do it more because it's like, you know, it's kind of nice because that's the only thing that you have to draw. So even though you focus all on one thing, you can just draw that one thing and just move on. Unless you have an issue with like all this space not being filled in, which I mean I guess you could always use like washi tape or something. Please tell me we're like actually getting to the end, because if this is a long video again, I'm gonna feel so freaking bad. Like, guys, I'm so sorry. And over here, I think this was just me talking about like, oh, these are the things that I like conceptually. And I don't know, I guess I was just like, okay, cool, let me just draw a bunch of random stuff again. So we have a bunch of random stuff. There was no prompts, there was no, like, I was really just drawing stuff because I could. So love that for me, I guess. And then over here, I think this prompt was like sorcerer or something. I don't know, but it's kind of cool. Again, it makes me happy to see drawings with like actual color because I know how it wasn't something that I did often. And here is a spread of me just trying out like dip pins, I guess. So it's very chaotic, and the reason why I'm holding it this way is to cover all of my official signatures that I was trying out on this page. It's this drawing, I guess, of like this girl before she starts on this journey or something. I think that was the concept, but I never actually finished it, so it's kind of just like there. It feels like something I've done before several times. And then over here, I think I was like drawing guys without references. So I made comments on the ones that I liked and the ones where I'm like, eh. And then drawing more guys. Look at me. Was this like the first time I started drawing guys or something? Like, what happened? When did I first start doing that? I'm assuming I've like always done it. Like, it's not like it took me years to try, but it's kind of cool because some of these I can see like how they ended up inspiring a current OC that I have. Like, I would always end up drawing some like curly haired guy, and that's who ended up becoming Mira. And then I think this guy is what inspired me to create one of my characters called Kane. So yeah. And over here, wow, look at me again, animal studies. That's so cool of me. Okay, so not like anything intensive, but I did try drawing a tiger, I guess, or half of a tiger. And then over here, I believe this is my OC Prism, but I'm not really a fan of how this drawing specifically looks, to be honest. But I guess because like proportion wise, I know that's not her. She's kind of short, so her limbs look very long here, but conceptually though, I think it's very on brand. Okay. I guess that is it. I mean, if you guys want to read out this part, you can, but it's kind of just a bunch of me, like, just rambling at the end, so, like, all my thoughts about the sketchbook and things, and what I want to work on for the next one. But yeah, it took me around 6 months. Well, yeah, I guess that really is it. I don't know. And now I don't know how to put this back together, so literally where do we go from here? We go to this. We can, how about that be the cover? Is that okay? I think this is really cute. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's essentially it. Sorry if it seemed kind of half-assed, to be honest. That wasn't my intention, but I also felt like, I don't know. It's not, I don't really find my old art to be like super profound, and I guess it's because where I am right now, I still feel like there's so much for me to learn. It's not all bad, to be honest. I think it was nice to see how much I was practicing, but it was also really nice to see like my concepts and like train of thought back then. That's one of the coolest things about a sketchbook tour, is like seeing how other people like map things out, or like their style and all of that. So again, I am still going through like this sort of odd-esque art block, so thanks for your patience on that. I already filmed some other stuff too, so I'll definitely get back to drawing. And I've drawn today. Like, it's not necessarily like an art block to where I am stopped completely, but I just want to get into like a good groove of creating where it feels like I'm like, you know, when you're like on a roll, like that's kind of what I want to build up again. And right now, I haven't even started going in motion. Let me know if you would be interested in me doing another video like this in the future. I'm sure there's been sketchbooks that I haven't shown on the channel yet, either because I started them before I started my YouTube channel, or just because I never felt the need to show it. I'm sure I have like a plethora of digital art that I haven't really shown on here either, because I started digital art like consistently maybe in 2018? Yeah, basically just let me know if you'd be interested in seeing any of my older art again. Otherwise, I will get back to my drawing. This was nice. It was a very like silly and nonsensical time. You didn't mind that too much this time around. Honestly, if you watch this, thanks, because it truly means a lot that this would even be remotely entertaining. If this video blows up too, I'm gonna be so salty. Like, but all of my shenanigans aside, again, thank you guys for like tuning in to my silliness. If you were watching along, let me know what your favorite page was, or if you were drawing along, let me know what you were drawing, because maybe it can give me inspiration to get out of this art block. But other than that, I'm gonna finish up my snacks and hopefully try to get back to some drawing, and yeah, I will catch you guys later. So on that note, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed your time here today, please feel free to leave a like. If you're interested to see more of my content, you can always check out my other videos and subscribe. For reference, if you're new, I am Rhea or Etheria, and I like making art and art-related content on my channel. I do try to post weekly videos, but if you'd like more timely updates, you can always check out my other social media linked in the description and also at the end of the video. I also recently got a Kara account, so if you'd like to follow me there and we can all just ditch Instagram, I think that'd be great! Until next time, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you a nice rest of your day and or week. Take care.